Today we are talking about why Everglades boats are so expensive, part 2. My first video on that has generated a lot of attention and a little bit of dialogue, a little bit of controversy. So I wanted to follow up with a more detailed video. What you see behind me is a gorgeous Everglades 365 with twin 425 Yamahas and a tower. Also the very popular forward sunshade, which a lot of our customers like. So I wanted to talk a little bit about what makes Everglades a unique product and why it truly is the safest, best riding, best running boat on the water. And there are a couple reasons for that. It all comes down to RAMCAP construction. Before we get into the details of RAMCAP construction though, I wanted to talk about some of the confusion around this issue. People very validly say, well, aren't all boats the same? Most boats are all the same. Whether it's an 18-foot runabout or a 180-foot fiberglass yacht, almost all boats are built the exact same way. They lay down a layer of fiberglass in a mold, and they build up that fiberglass. They attach stringers for support and rigidity, and then they put a cap on top of that completed hull. And there's nothing wrong with that type of construction. Boats have been built that way for 50 to 75 years in the United States. What makes Everglades unique, though, is the RAMCAP construction model. And the first thing people ask is, why doesn't everybody copy that model? There's two reasons why. Number one is RAMCAP is patented by Everglades. And number two, boat factories don't change very often. So Everglades from day one has used RAMCAP construction. Even if there was no patent protection, the difficulty of converting an entire factory to a completely different manufacturing process is just cost prohibitive. So let's talk about what RAMCAP construction is. RAMCAP starts with a traditional fiberglass mold, just like every other manufacturer. Everglades uses a little more fiberglass to provide a very thick hull, but other manufacturers do that too. The difference is the next step. Because what Everglades does in a patented way is they take high pressure structural foam and precast those blocks in molds in their factory. Each of those precast high density structural foam molds is placed into the hull almost like Lego blocks, the interlocking blocks. And then Everglades takes the cap and vacuum infuses that entire piece, the fiberglass hull, the structural foam blocks, and the cap of the boat, vacuum infused so that it becomes essentially a single piece, a single unit hull that's extremely strong. Secondly, Everglades makes many of their components in-house, another rarity in boat manufacturing. Again, most boat factories just aren't set up for that kind of construction. So that tower, that console, a lot of the structural components that Everglades puts on their boat are built in-house. And the result of that RAMCAP construction, that patented construction that only they use for several reasons, results in the best running, best riding, safest boat on the water. And of course, it costs a little more to build a boat that way, which is why Everglades boats are the most expensive boat in their class. Now, not everybody needs the most expensive boat in their class. And I'm not saying that other boats are not good. Not everybody needs the best absolute boat. But if you want the best boat, Everglades is something you should be looking at. My name's Christopher. Give me a call at 561-285-1212 if I can help you with an Everglades or any other brand of boat. Again, I'm a fan of Everglades, but I'm a fan of a lot of other boats too. Not everybody needs a boat that can go anywhere, anytime, in any conditions, and not everyone wants to pay for that. So it's a perfectly valid choice. But I did want to explain a little bit more of what makes Everglades unique and why other manufacturers have not copied their construction model. My name's Chris. Thank you for watching.